Okay, so let's continue on with SKALD stuff. We are. Wow, I just clicked on it and loaded. I wasn't expecting. I don't think I'd done that before. But anyway, this is where we left off the other day. Our cast of characters, led by Gimpy. We are level 14, I believe. Oh no, Veronica's only level 13. She's got 2,100 experience points to go. But anyway, Gimpy, level 14 Guild Magos, which is a wizard, sorcerer type, whatever you want to call him. Basically, spellcaster. Max level in the game is 20, so we still got a little while to go. And as far as his stuff goes, there's this little skill tree. Not all filled up, but a long way to go. You only get 3 points to spend on these things per level, so you can't get everything. Maybe someday. But anyway, Gimpy, levels 14. Then we have Iben, oh, he's only level 13 too. He's almost there though. Ranger, so he sits back and shoots stuff with a bow. Then we have Trina, and everyone except for, well, Gimpy and Veronica are the only ones who aren't story characters, meaning that when dialogues happen, the other four can actually have something to say sometimes. Mainly it's just commentary. It's not really decision really based, but they do have some commentary in there. Veronica doesn't because she's a mercenary. Is that when we saved the kitties and told them to eat Aunt Bessie pie? Yes, that was last time. Anyway, Drina. Oh, she's only level 13 too. Okay, so not everybody. I guess it's only Gimpy and what's his face down there. Anyway, Hospitaller. This is a cleric / paladin. We kind of built her to be a tank. So she's not really into the magic portion of the game so much for the Hospitaller, but she is a decent tank with the little cleric weapons. She only uses blunt weapons too, specifically one-handed blunt weapons and a shield. And she's pretty good at being a tank though, so it works. Anyway, that's Drina. Then we have Kat, our thief, who steals everything we need to steal. And she also, of course, stabs people in the back for backstabbing damage. And we have Roland. He's level 14, Mars Master, which means fighter. He is started off as a two-handed weapon expert type deal, but unfortunately, the two-handed weapons selection has been fairly meager in quality. They've really sucked. So he is currently walking around with an axe. So he's working on axe expert as a result. And there's no dual wielding, unfortunately. But he can use the shield, so it's not bad. It's just that he's supposed to be a two-handed weapon person, but again, like I said, the two-handed weapon selection is really poor so far. I think it would be better at this point in the game, but we haven't seen really anything good. Just basic stuff. No magic two-handed weapons at all so far that I've seen. But anyway, that's Roland. And the last but not least, of course, is Veronica. She is a Hierophant, which is basically a cleric, but without all the heavy armor and stuff. She is limited to light armor. She cannot wear medium armor or heavier. So, and her weapons are, restricted to blunt weapons as well. One-handed blunt weapon, but she can use a shield. So it's an interesting equipment combination. But the big thing for her is her spell selection. She gets all the cleric spells if she wants, and has the points to get them. Right now, we're basically focusing her on healing stuff, of course. We haven't touched the tier 4 thing. Why? Because the tier 4 heal is Circle of Corporeal Restoration, which is nice for getting rid of everything and a little bit of healing. But it's also really expensive to get up to tier 4. Because it's 6 ranks. That's 2 levels just to get there, and you already have to go through. There's 1 level. That's technically 2 levels at 4 points. So it's 1 and then 2 more levels. So it's 3 levels just to get from level 2 to level 3 to get all that stuff, because 9 points total. And then the last one is 2 more levels. So she can do it, but The question is, do we want? Because there's some other stuff over here on this side too, and the spirit and mind magic, although we're working the spirit stuff. Because we want her to get the level 2? Oh, no, it's level 3. Access to level 3. Because of all her stuff. So, and she's actually a pretty good damage dealer against undead and that kind of stuff. So, because they're susceptible to that type of magic that she does. Maybe the kiddies would have been happier if we told them to pretend that their mothers are still alive, just like Norman Bates. Oh yeah, that would have been good. Had a whole village of children just walking around like Mr. Bates there. That would have been really good. Everybody trying to kill each other. So, you know, I have to settings. Display. Wow, when you tell it to go to windowed, it shrinks down a lot. But there's no resolution thing, so we can't do windowed. Oh, this might work though. No? Scale the window when run in window mode. Seems to work. But I don't think that was, sorry. Oh, okay. That might work. Wow. You could see what was on my screen. The screen gets so small I can't even see it. This might work. Oh, it's not really working the way I want it to. Nah, we're not gonna do that. I was hoping that when it went into windowed mode, it would the sound wouldn't disappear when I alt tab out of the screen, but it's not doing that. It's not behaving the way it would normally behaves in other games, but not gonna worry about it. Anyway, storyline. We came into this area of the world to find Embla, who is a childhood friend of Gimpy, who we found last week. Turns out she's a Magos just like Gimpy, so that's why she's not in the party, because we don't need two of them in the party. But found out, talked to her, and also when we got to this area, these islands, they have problems going on, and we've been sucked into the storyline to figure out, or try to find out what's going on and how to stop what's happening, type deal. So, questline stuff. On Black Sea, so I rescued Embla, but we find that there is no way to return to the mainland whilst the other isles is engulfed in this madness. Embla is convinced the calamity is somehow caused by the discovery of an ancient site known as the Black Priory on the island of Gradla. Gradla is located to the north of Idra, and we must find a ship and crew willing to take us there, which we have. Found the crew, we just have to get up there. We're exploring while we go. So now we're supposed to be going to the Tower of Ash, who met a strange man on Idra who beseeched us to travel to an island just north of Idra called Errol and seek out this Tower of Ash. Apparently his master is somehow in dire straits and in need of aid. Though not much more can be learned from the man, I suspect his master may in fact be a Magos of quite some power. So that's where we are. This is Tower of Ash. We haven't been in it yet. This is as much as we know. So a lone tower pierces the skies as it rises above you, from some unseen aperture in the cliffs upon which it stands. The wind carries a cloud of fine great ash, bitter and unwelcome. The residue sticks in your mouth and eyes. How pleasant. And we're all rested and all ready to go. The little green arrow means we have a buff on, thanks to our paladin, who does stuff during camp time, and motivated. So everybody's got a +1 to initiative and willpower. Willpower describes a character's ability to withstand mind-affecting conditions, such as those caused by spells. So, stronger willpower. Okay, so where do we want to go? And try to be sneaky. Look at all this stuff in the... So we have some mushrooms to pick up usually. Because we need those. Again, retro. I love this game is such a flashback. It's just the style. Not the game itself, but the style. It's like the late 80s, early 90s of RPGs. None of this running around with, one person or 4 people in your party, but an actual full party of 6 people like it's supposed to be. And of course, party based is it's more fun. And it's turn-based too. So make ready. So what are we fighting? We are fighting some giant centipedes. 8 hostile hit points, vitality, and wounds. So 23 vitality and wounds. That's based on how many hit points they have total. 27. They spit acid. These 2 are sleeping. Oh, look, there's a body. Okay, so we can put things down. There. Back. Oh. Roland over there. In the middle. Cat should be hidden. Actually, I'm gonna switch you to. I want to make sure that cat doesn't get squished because thief. And it's cat. Get behind. Drina. Gimpy. Stay there. Mr. Ranger. Ivan. There. And here we go. Centipedes appear to look like generic snakes. Are they in disguise? Yes. Yes, they're definitely in disguise. So, Veronica, what should you do? Veronica could drop a nice little blessing aura that we probably don't need. I'll hit everybody in the party though, it's not super expensive. So now everybody is blessed. Which means blessed. So +1 to dodge, +1 to hit with melee and range, +1 to toughness, and 1 willpower. Again, toughness is your extra set of hit points. It's the purple bar on the character stuff. So green is vitality, purple is wounds or toughness, and then the blue is the mana or attunement. So cat, go over and pokey this one. Oh look, she killed it. 60 damage. Gimpy. Oh, you know what? Gimpy has fireballs. Not very big, but they're a fireball. Hey Brew, welcome back. I'm doing okay. I need a nap though. We had this discussion at the start. I need a nap. Not because I needed one before the stream, it's because somebody started talking about naps and it made me tired. And smack this guy. Maps equal naps equal naps. There's nothing to compare to. Mr. Ranger. How many arrows do we have? So I only have one of those. Yeah, with 1 broadhead arrow, we have 16 fire arrows, 63 hunting as the normal ones, and then poison arrows 9. So apparently he's using hunting arrows, which is fine. So it's Mr. Ranger. You sit back here. Use your little ability to mark a target, like that one, and then shoot it. And then when he kills stuff, we get inspired, and a little bit of healing too. He's a magic ranger. So you stay there. And Veronica doesn't need anything. She can stay back here. And Wait, Gimpy. Swarm. So Swarm does a little bit of damage and then makes it more difficult for them to dodge and hit stuff. Gimpy also was successful on a skill check on his casting spells, so he gets to do what they call Cascade, which means he gets another, which means that spell cast didn't count as an action. So, you can do something else if you want. In this case, we're going to turn some of his health into mana. Yes, we can. Well, so a little bit of health, get some mana back. All set. Okay, Roland. Poor centipedes. That one. I think that thing's afraid of us. Pretty sure. He's panicked, marked, and injured head. So yeah, he's panicked, so he's running away like a brave little snake. Oh, centipede. Gimpy, stay where you are. I'm not going to waste an arrow on it. No. Experience, nobody leveled up it looks like, so arrow back, money, and kite. So. And the corpse is here. Some money. And rations for when we camp. So save some time and effort there. Those mushrooms are up there. Nothing. Again, we're just exploring until we find where we're supposed to go. It's generally a good idea just to, explore. There's the tower. It's also generally a good idea to explore the whole area because sometimes there's, hidden stuff that you don't see until you're right on top of it. So centipedes, easy fight. It's fine. Okay, into the tower we go. Your mind reels as you look around the lush interior of the tower. Colorful, fragrant flowers are bound, and exotic songbirds sing in every bush. Stranger still, the tower's interior is somehow much larger than its exterior seems to allow. Magic. Cat looks around in awe. This place is impossible. I wonder what hands could have shaped such beauty. No doubt this is the work of some Magos. Yes, let's not be blinded by the splendor. Ivan muses as he carefully prods at one of the orchids with his weapon. What's this? Reflecting pool. With ooze. Strange pool ahead of you is filled with a silvery fluid that looks like liquid metal. Mercury, perhaps? So what are you guys going to be? Large oozes. Level 14. Vitality, 47 tenths, 57 hit points, dodge 8. They're immune to blindness, critical hits, deafness, disease, panic, poison, sleep, acid damage. Resistant to blunt, piercing, and slashing. Vulnerabilities to electric and fire damage. So critical hits basically means no backstabbing. Crit chance, for instance, weapon. Or maybe it is a. I think it is though. Trina. Check up there. Check there. The cat down this way. Just a ranger. So they're resistant to all our weapons. Just to point that out. Stay there. Gimpy. doesn't matter where you go. Okay, go. It's a cat. Oh, we can't go through the pool. Oops, forgot the pool was there. And we'll have her delayed to the end of the turn. I bet. Mark scan my layer on hands. Mark.
You did it wrong. This is how you do it. Warg. Please excuse me.
Got fire arrows.
That was embarrassing. I meant to say. Jag.
Now Gimpy does have some fire. He's got Fireball, Flaming Fist, Fire Frenzy, and Searing Lash, which is a little line attack with fire, so we can get him up going this way. See if they let him go that way. If not, we'll throw fireballs on him. Okay, roll out. No? Good miss. And Veronica, we'll have you staying back this way. See how they feel about her Sublime Projection, which is basically a Divine Magic Missile. Take damage. I'm not going to waste mana on that. And she got Cascade as well, so defend. Why did that thing move? Battle log. Underline. Defending. Covers from surprise. Oh, surprise. Now he's got fire arrows whipped, so this one's marked. Escape. Stronger than we think, so ooh, look at that damage. So 6 damage from the fire damage. So takes damage from Ivan and coming amount 6. Vulnerable to fire damage 6. So vulnerable makes him double damage. And then took some piercing damage. But it's because the resistance half. So it's not too bad though. Fire arrows. Stay. Stay there. Oh. Second win, Piercer's. Okay, that's right. He gets 2 attacks. If he doesn't use one of his abilities, he gets 2 attacks if he doesn't move. So if he stands still, attacks once normally, then he gets to use one of his abilities as well. Or he can take another swing. But if he uses one of the abilities, that's his movement. He can't attack another time. So swing first, do some damage, and then smack him with a wild swing, which is a little bit extra damage with an axe. And it exploded and threw stuff on us. How much was that? 7 damage from dying from the acid burst. Go down here. They're going to need help down here probably. And it's up. Too close. Okay, we'll have Ivan over here. Shoot it. Can you use your little Searing Lash diagonally? No, you can't. But you can go this way. And Searing Lash is 15 mana for this. But 22 damage. Now he gets to go again, too. And you put a swarm on him. Still takes normal damage. A poison. Oh, she's poisoned. How did you get poisoned? Heal yourself, please. And nice moose. Veronica. Spawn projection. And of course it exploded. Still poisoned. This one. Gimpy. Stay there. Oh, smack it. And smack it again with Wild Swing. Still poisoned. Marked. Marked. Ta-da. So, experience. Some gold protoplasma. I don't think we've seen that before. Okay, let's do a little bit of healing. Yourself. Respectively. So, that's good. Yeah, we got stuff from the planters here. Oh, look at all the flowers. Look at you. So basically use flowers to make potions or whatever, along with mushrooms. Mushrooms are also used in some food. And yes, you get to make your own food. That's better than the rations. Better being more efficient. Strange pool ahead of you is filled with silver. Saw that. Looks like we're going that way. Which way? Stairway going up. It's like a doorway or something there, maybe, but it's not. Looks like a bedroom, actually. Everyone can't rest there. Everyone can't drink from the fountain. Did you guys not play Ultima? This is where we get to rest if we want to. We don't need to, but you can set your people to do stuff throughout during the rest process. As long as you're not too beat up, they will be fairly good chances of doing what they're supposed to do. And again, different choices of stuff. And of course, your food coming from around here. We need a 10 food value per person in the party, so we need 60. And your different food types or different foods have different values to them. In this case, most of the basic ingredients are 1 or 2, or maybe sometimes 3. Apple pie is good for 17. Pumpkin is good for 1. Pumpkin pie is good for 17 as well. But the rations, we have 24 rations, which we've been using these because they're heavy compared to the other stuff. So they're 1 pound per ration, while most of the other food is maybe half a pound per meal type deal. But anyway, we usually use the rations because we have abundance of them now. And that's how that works. But we don't need to rest right now. Okay. And up we go. people, our apprentices. Oops. You emerge into what appears to be an observatory of sorts. Astronomical glyphs cover the floor, and in the center of the room stands what appears to be a huge telescope. Strangely, though, there does not appear to be any form of aperture in the roof that would allow it to observe the sky. 4 robed figures huddle together under the strange construct like frightened animals. Come out so I can see you. Slowly, the 4 figures creep forwards into the half-light, and to your astonishment, you see that all 4 have identical faces. Indeed, they all appear to be identical to the strange man you met on Idra. You come for Master, one of the men states, rather than asked, with a serene smile on his face. What in the Magai's loins is going on here? Cat blurts out as she stares in fascinated awe at the quadruplets. What is going on here? We are apprentices of Calipero, the tempestuous. One of the others answered with a smile. But our master is miffing, lisped an apprentice toothlessly as one. The 4 began to whimper. Though all 4 men are identical, they all seem to be afflicted by varying degrees of the strange decomposition that you observed in their brother on Idra. Missing. Explain. Master has gone down below to his work, but he has not returned. Something is wrong. Danger, danger. Like frightened animals, the 4 apprentices fret anxiously about down below. One of them whispers, "We're not allowed to go there, not until we ascend. But you can go, even without ascending." As one of the 4 apprentices' moronic smiles returns, smiles return, and they all nod in agreement, "Yes, you go now. How do I even get there?" One of the men pushes a small silver flute into your hands. "This is the key. Blow it and the Mercury Lake will open for you. It's where we go to ascend, but we're not allowed there without him, so you must go instead." Embla looks at the flute with fascination. So Embla's not even the party, but she's, participating. He must mean the Mercury Lake down below, down on the ground floor. The affairs of Magi, indeed. I wonder what knowledge a man such as the Calipero would be hiding in his secret halls, she muses. Keep his knowledge for yourself, Embla. I'd be happier with a fistful of diamonds, Cat chimes in. Let's try to get some answers first. 4 apprentices stare at you, blink eyes. Tell me about the master of yours. We serve Calipero the tempestuous, all 4 answer in unison. As kind and loving as he is wise. Our joy is to serve him until we one day ascend to join him in the ranks of the holy Magi. Ascend. When we are judged ready, we go down below, under the mercury pool, and into and enter the ascension chamber and the golden machine. There we shall transcend this weak flesh and take our place amongst those who are giants amongst men. What can you tell me of the area below? It is where our master goes to do his sacred work, but he is missing. Please, you must go there now. Find him, use the silver flute, and go to the Mercury Lake. And if I do, what's in it for me? Our master is rich beyond comparison. Beyond count will be the joys and gifts he will bestow upon you. Go now. More questions. What kind of reward are we looking at here? Our master is rich beyond comparison. More questions. What lies down below? So it's not circular here. Yes, master is still missing. Go below. Princesses again begin to whimper in terror like caged animals. Losers. So. Yeah, it looks like you can't get sit into the telescope to see what it's actually looking at. Okay, so go back down and play the flute. A single clear note rings out, and for a moment the chirping of exotic birds dies down. Somewhere metallic clang sounds, and then the mercury begins to circle some unseen drain. Slowly but surely, steps come into view. Can't read today at all. At the final gurgle, the last of the liquid is drained away, and at the end of the descending stairways, a door can now be seen that down below awaits. That doesn't look like a sarcophagus at all. In the middle of this room stands a large golden sarcophagus-like chest that is richly engraved with complex arcane-looking symbols. Carved in beautiful letters on a lid of the sarcophagus is the following: "For thy service to thy lord, ascension is the sweet reward." Examine the decorations. Gimpy has no problem here. At first glance, the symbols carved into the sarcophagus appear to be magical in nature. This, however, is only at first glance. Further examination reveals that they are nothing but purely decorative patterns of no arcane significance. In fact, you feel certain that the gold leaf covering the structure is fake as well. Opening. The lid of the sarcophagus slides open with surprising ease, revealing an interior molded to the form of a human form. All along the interior walls, more of the strange-looking sigils are carved, giving the sarcophagus the appearance of being some sort of machine. Crafting.
I feel like I am repeating myself a lot lately. Could you please stop saying that word?
So crafting score is 6 or higher is required. Gimpy has crafting of 7. Pressing down on the button or bottom of the interior, it appears to give ever so slightly, almost as if it was hinged in some way. Taking a step back, you scan the area around the sarcophagus, only the spotty stone tile that is polished almost smooth by years of wear. No doubt this is a switch of some sort. Press the switch. Carefully pressing down on the switch with your foot, the effect is immediate. The false bottom of the sarcophagus swings to one side, opening up a shaft below. As soon as it does, scorching jets of flame roar up the shaft. Had someone been laying in the sarcophagus, they would have been totally and utterly incinerated, reduced to ash in an instant. Drina's eyes go wide with shock. Is this how those apprentices are repaid for their servitude? He uses them and then disposes of them like leprous corpses when they can serve no more? What monster could do such a thing? So it's a cremation. It's a crematory, right? Oh, look, more of them.
You did it wrong.
I didn't.
This is how you do it.
I don't know what she thought I said.
Warg. Please excuse me. That was embarrassing. I meant to say, Jag.
A handful of naked forms flail about the room, attacking with their bare hands the strange machines that fill it. Their eyes are wild and staring, and they drool as they bleat forth their nonverbal cries of fear and rage. Suddenly they spot you, and as one they freeze in place with a mask of terror on their face. Look at these machines. This is where he creates these poor creatures. They must have escaped when their masters somehow failed to attend to them. Born into a world comprised solely of this subterranean nightmare. Emerald looks around in wonder. But that means they're like children, Cat adds. Diplomacy, go, get out of here. Let's put them out of their misery. Let's not be evil. So, Gimpy has a... let's roll a 6 or above. 7, 10. Veronica's a diplomacy person. Automatically succeed with that diplomacy of 9. So, success, of course. Wild-eyed and confused, the pathetic creatures first hesitate and then, in a sudden burst of mad energy, bolt towards the exit to the overworld. Ah, what chance do they stand out there? Better we had put them into the sword and saved them their misery, Roland scoffs. Don't you feel better that we didn't have to kill them? So they're basically clones, right? Shoes. Noble's boots. Let's see what we can do with the clothing there. So robes. So if we put on this clothing, will we be disguised? Is the question. I think that's what the intent here is. He's already got those. Don't want to get rid of those, though. So basically, they're not wearing this stuff. They will be wearing this stuff. Noble's boots. Leather boots. Leather boots. It's for you, too. Commoner's God. She's not common. You're gonna wear robes. Eagle boots. Traveler's garb. Everyone's walking around with robes here. There. Now we're dressed like the clones, like we belong here. Is there another door? As you walk past the statue in the corridor, a voice suddenly rings out from it, sharp and terrible, like two metal bars being clanged together. It seems to resonate in your very bones. Interloper, you stand in the halls of Calipero, the tempestuous. Serve me well, and I shall forgive you your transgression. Are you inside the statue? Serve you? What makes you think I want to serve you? What's going on here? Are you inside the statue? Fool, I am no statue. You are talking to none other than Calipero the Tempestuous, once the court master to the High Wizard of Freymark. Uh-oh, Rocket's awake. But where are you talking to me from? And what makes you think I want to assist you? Where are you talking to me from? I cast my voice into your mind from my summoning chamber, deep beneath your feet. I have become detained there, and it shall be your privilege to render your assistance in freeing me. And how did you end up so detained? Through certain rites I was calling up that which lies beyond. What came through, however, was not what I expected. It tried to overpower me, but I was faster. By my immense willpower alone, I am keeping my foe at bay. I can hold him for a long time, but not forever. But what can I do? The voice sounds strained now. I need salts of Ethanir. It can be created in my laboratory. You just need the 3 ingredients. Find. The voice cuts out. Find what? Just craft the salts of Ethanir and bring them to the summoning chamber below. Hurry. Cannot. Oh, what do you make of it, Embla? I've not heard of these salts of Ethanir before. If we find his laboratory, perhaps we can find a recipe of sorts. Nonetheless, I say we press on and do what we can to aid this man. As I've said before, a Magos is not an ally to scoff at. Dun dun dun. So, where should we go? Doesn't look like a laboratory. Oh, maybe it is. Books. So fire warrior, summon giant insect. Holy light. Touch of confusion and holy light. So, money for us, basically. A large book appears to be a collection of different obscure chemical recipes. Flipping through it, you eventually find the entry for salts of Ethanir. Read the recipe. Summoning forth that which dwells beyond is one of the most dangerous tasks that a Magos can undertake. What comes through may not always be what it was intended. The salts of Ethanir must always be kept at hand when attempting such rituals. It is antithetical to that which has been called forth. Strewing it in a circle around the summoning focus confines the outsider. Casting the salts upon the outsider utterly unmakes it. Read on. The salts are difficult to create and may only be crafted in a protoplasmic catalyzer. 3 ingredients must be used and added in this precise order. First, add silver salt. Second, add salamander's horns. Finally, add lotus petals. Yeah, like I'm going to remember that. So, books. basically can't learn from there. Oh, you can learn Holy Light, so you shall. You don't do magic. You. And no books for you. So we got one spell out of all those books. Okay, I'm looking at the time, and I think we're going to take a break here. Beat Veronica to the punch, because she's going to tell me to take a break here any second now. So, before we get into combat or anything like that, I'm going to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, that kind of thing. If you've been watching the stream for any length of time, I suggest you do the same. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.